that. I am sorry about that. So that last the third movie has to be Big Time Adolescence. So comedy is it's gonna be all wrapped around that type of shit. Music, motherfucking rappers on rappers on rappers on rappers. My name's Tyrone, and I'm the best rapper in the world. No, what was his name? I forgot his name. The Dave Chappelle one. Dylon, 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 and Dylon. Those are the best rappers. I'm just kidding. For me, rap is the best genre of music ever, and I'm gonna speak about it. I love it. That's my opinion, and I don't give a fuck if I'm right or wrong. But let's just embrace the great art of storytelling. How about that? Uh, what I mean by that is like I'll listen to music if it can take me on a good trip. Take me somewhere. Take me away from this fucking world. You know, and country music, hey, I dig it. Rappers, fucking rock, oldies, dude. Oldies have some crazy ass stories, dude. They talked about some real shit too, and people don't talk about that. Some of them were nasty ass people and shit. But I'll go through it. Like for me, my rappers, my number one rapper ever is gonna be Ice Cube. Cube is the motherfucking man. He started this rap shit, and that oh no, that's Dr. Dre. That's the motherfucking thanks I get. Yeah, but Ice Cube probably wrote it. Number two is gonna be Mr. Kendrick Lamar. Just is amazing. He's amazing. Except that one album that was Untitled, I think, or Unlimited, or some shit like that. I don't really care for that album. J. Cole. I'll listen to anything after Friday Night Lights, from Born Center and on. Before that, goddamn, some of his shit is stupid. But he is definitely my number three, and I love that man. Country. Yeah, I'm gonna touch on some country, cause I know it. I'll tell you why I know it because I have three country singers: Willie Nelson, Merle Haggard, and Brad Paisley. I listen to those three. Brad Paisley, I don't know how well he sounds nowadays, but he has some bangers, man. And I saw him live. I was like 10 feet from that fucker, dude. Um, it's great. And then my favorite rock bands. Well, my idea of rock, I don't really want to break it down because there's so many goddamn genres of rock. But number one is Sublime. It's a ska, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's amazing. Sublime is the shit. I know every song word for word, even Scarlet Begonias. Uh, Number two, Red Hot Chili Peppers. Some of y'all hate the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and I get it. They probably bug you and annoy you if you're like a Metallica fan or Guns N' Roses with those fucking racist ass motherfuckers. Um, but whatever. And then number three has to be Rage Against the Machine. Man, I have like deep dive back into Rage recently. It is, it'll change your mood, dude. You want to work out, you want to run, listen to some fucking Rage Against the Machine. Listen to Rodeo. Now I'm walking down Rodeo with a shotgun. And these people haven't seen a brown man since they went out and bought one. God damn. Rage Against the Machine. Oldies. If you know me, you know me. I listen to oldies. It's gonna be at my wedding. It'll be at my funeral. It'll be everywhere. Okay. Top three. Stylistics number one. The Temptations number two, and then number three. Fucking lowrider oldies. What I mean are the ones that show the older women in bathing suits on the cars because they can't find the fucking album cover, or they never made an album cover because that group only made one song. But yeah, dude, I dig that shit, man. That gangster kind of oldie too, where the gangsters are just moving and grooving on the dance floor. That shit. R&B, dude. I fuck with R&B hard. R&B is great reading music. If you get a good book, like put R&B on low, just have it as background music. It's relaxing. And if you are, go with these top three, okay? Number one, Miss Lauren motherfucking Hill, okay? That thing, that motherfucking thing. Remember, that's all these boys are after. Number two, It's Erica Badu. She's gone MIA. She only made one album that I really like, but goddamn, I love that album. Number 3 is Mr. Anthony Hamilton. Man, you guys sleep on Anthony Hamilton. That motherfucker gets down. He's got like that country kind of raspy voice and the stories he tells. Mm, mm. Goddamn. Recently, I've been getting into jazz. When I read or when I write, uh, I write a lot, and I love listening to jazz. It's fucking kind of relaxing. But I don't like the talking jazz, like ooh, ah, pow. I just like listening to the instruments and shit. Um, Moving forward, along from music and movies, my favorite podcast. So I don't know if podcasts are talking about podcasts, but I don't give a fuck because this is my podcast and I can do what I want. So my favorite podcast, the Joe Rogan Experience. The guy's a fucking Mac. The guy's a legend. Number 2 has to be the Ross Bolin podcast. He's the one that introduced me to the world of podcasting, and I am forever glued. Thank you, my friend, Mr. Ron Bowler. I want to meet him one day and see how you get to Ron Bowler. And then Conan needs a friend. Conan O'Brien is a fucking like comedy legend, dude. The dude's funny as fuck. You might not know him from any stand up, but he wrote on The Simpsons, dude. Give him love, man. Along from that, kind of going back to my original thing. Well, actually, before I want to go into that, something I want to talk about too is skateboarders and any type of like extreme sports person. I don't know what they're called now, but like I was always into skateboarding, BMXing, mountain biking, downhill, fucking motocross, supercross. Um, uh, Dude, I was into skating, skateboarding so much, dude. I used to love skateboarding. So I want to talk about different skateboarders out there and all the different skate shops, man. The first one I want to talk about, and I'll probably bring up again on the podcast, is Two Fallon Skate Shop in Whittier, California. They're fucking dope, dude. Just the name alone, Two Fallon's Skate Shop. Two Fallons. Yeah, you guys gotta go check it out. It's like an experience in there, man. First thing you're gonna see is at least 1 or 2 Harleys sitting out front. There's probably one on the inside too. And they might look intimidating, but they are the nicest fucking dudes ever. If you want to buy your kid their first skateboard, don't buy it anywhere else. Go there. Um, they'll fucking hook you up, dude. For reals, they'll hook you up. So I want to switch gears like a granny. Alright, and I want to talk about depression. I tend to be very straightforward about my depression, and I've talked to so many of you uh, who have contact with depression. And I say that because some of you do have depression, and some of you love somebody that does. And depression touches everybody, man. It knows no bounds. It knows no race. You know, it could get anyone at any time. Uh, and anxiety is just like a punk ass nut rider, dude, of depression. He rides depression nuts, dude, and I fucking hate anxiety. Like, it causes my leg to shake, causes me to feel like hot right away. I get irritated, my hands start jittery. I just like old thoughts start getting stuck in my head. I start picking up on the things people say and not like the true meaning of it. I just pick up on words and shit. So anxiety is fucked, dude. The best way I can explain anxiety is like if you've ever been pulled over on the freeway or had a flat or had to pull to the side and you listen to the traffic going by, whether there's a lot of traffic or not, it's fucking loud on the freeway. That's kind of how it sounds in my head sometimes, where the sound is enough where you can't even talk on the phone through it, and you can't get any important thoughts out. So anxiety tends to be just a huge nut rider of depression, and my depression, that's a whole nother ball game. I'll be discussing a lot of it with my different experiences through it and my irrational thoughts, dude, and actions that have transpired. I'm gonna talk about family too. Uh, Again, I'll always keep discreet of my family. I have a fiance, and we are far from perfect. We had a crazy experience to get us here, but we want to keep each other's respect. So I'll always take her respect over anything else, and I won't be speaking on much unless she wants to. I'd love to have her on the podcast. She is definitely going to be a guest on the podcast. We'll have a talk on what we want to be open about before, but I definitely want her on there. Two more guests I'm definitely going to have on are my daughters. They are fucking hilarious, dude. I gotta have my daughters on there. Audrey is so smart and very mature for her age. And Gabriella is 4 years old. She is my smile. She is my humor. She can see the silver lining in anything. She's sensitive and sweet. And Audrey's my brains. She's my vision. She's my heart, my strength. And I really get all those things from those two little girls. And I want to talk about that along with my co-parenting with my ex-wife. And I want to talk about the struggles of going through that shit, man. Co-parenting's not easy, and sometimes if you just follow shit online, you're gonna see a bunch of like supportive shit of being like a positive person. However, it's really hard unless you're in it and both of you are adequately available to be there for one another. Not even be there for one another, but be there as friends with no bullshit. You know what I'm saying? If you guys got bullshit, it ain't gonna work. Fuck all that. You guys need to get rid of it. You gotta forgive her. He's gotta forgive him. You guys gotta forgive yourselves and just move fucking forward and focus on the kids. It's not easy though. Trust me, it's not. And I want to talk about the powers of reparenting. What that means is kind of giving yourself all the things that you lacked as a child to your own kids, and then in return, you're fulfilling your own childhood of what you might have lacked. And that's not a cap on my parents or anything like that. My parents were amazing. They gave me a good start. But much like Joe Rogan explains it extremely well, and I'm going to feel like an asshole if I butcher it, but I'm going to attempt it. Strong men create easier times. Easier times create weak men. Weak men create hard times. Hard times make strong men. Strong men make weak, and it's just a cycle. So for me, I feel like my dad was that strong man that kind of built weak time or easy times, which made me a weak man. But I want to be able to break that cycle and not fall into that. So I want to, in now in my life, I'm 32 years old. I want to be able to be a better person, a better dad, and and just focus on that. So it's no knock to my parents. My dad was busy building his world for me. He didn't have time to think about his head or his thoughts. Neither did my grandpa. My grandpa, was first generation here. So he or no, I'm sorry, he came from Mexico here, and I think he killed somebody. I don't know. He ran from Mexico to come here, and he built his life here. And then he didn't have mental health. They fucking drank, man. Fuck that. Call your uncles and your brothers and everybody over, dude, and they just drink their shit away. My dad, probably fell into those habits too at some point in his life, but I don't blame him for it. He never fucked anything up for me. I love my dad. He's given me a lot, and I need him still around. My mom too. My mom's my backbone. She's. I want to say all mothers are like this, but I can only speak to what I know, and I can say Mexican mothers fucking love their sons, dude. Like I could probably kill somebody in front of my mom, and she'll just be like, I don't know. I don't know what he was doing. She would never, like it's a trip. It's a trip, but it could be so healthy and it could be so detrimental for you all at the same time. And you won't know unless you like dive in and start exploring that shit. But which I'm doing now. Um, Along with just being open with myself, I want to create an environment that is open for people and a resource. So if you go to my website, which is the everydayguypodcast.com, you go on my website, you're going to see my phone number right away. You're going to see my phone number being 562-277-1449. That's 562-277-1449. So leave me a voicemail, and I'll get back to you. And if you want to share it on the pod, I'll share it. If you don't, for sure, I'll always ask before anything. I'm, like I said, extremely confidential. But call me if you need me. And another thing you're going to see on my site is you're going to see all links, different resources, man. You can text somebody for help. You can call somebody. You can email somebody. You can have somebody come to you. You know, it's not like this 5150 case all the time. Although I was 5150 at one point in my life, which I'll discuss on the pod in future episodes. But I just want this to be like a positive place where you don't come with bullshit and you just be honest and talk to me. And I'm an honest dude, and I deal with a lot, so it should be interesting. I'm super pumped. This is my first episode. I hope you guys subscribe and like on all platforms. I'm going to do my best to build up my equipment so I can actually adequately record. I have a plan to build a nice little studio in my fiance's patio. She just doesn't know it yet. It's not going to be anything crazy, but I have a cool idea. But yeah, stick with me, man. You're gonna watch this thing rise. You're gonna see me go through a lot of different experiences in life. Um, so yeah, I hope you guys join the journey, and make sure you like and subscribe. I'm on Instagram. That's the Everyday Guy Pod at Instagram, or at the Everyday Guy Pod on Facebook too. The Everyday Guy Podcast. That's my page. Check it out. I'm always posting funny shit and real shit. You know what I'm saying? I write a lot. I'm a published author, and I love writing. I try to stay connected with my writing friends as much as possible. And there's all. If you go on my website, you can see all my writing. And I just have a lot of different pieces. And you can feel free to comment. You can feel free to thrash me. I don't give a shit. But just try to be supportive. Because if you're not, what's your point? And yeah, so that's the environment I want to build, dude. And I hope you guys really follow me, and I hope you guys enjoyed the first episode. Like, comment, share, please. The only way I can make this shit grow is through word of mouth. I'm not buying followers. Fuck that. I'm not buying followers. I'm gonna earn them. So if you guys want to listen to me and you guys like what I'm saying, talk to me, man. I'm wide open. All right. Thank you guys. I love you guys. Peace.